Have you ever wondered why the word mortgage literally means death pledge? Think about it. Mort, from the French for death, and gage for pledge. A pledge until death. Sounds a bit dramatic, doesn't it? But maybe, just maybe, there's a startling truth hidden in that ancient term. They sold you a house. But what if they actually gave you a cage? A beautiful, comfortable cage, with a white picket fence and a 2-car garage. But a cage nonetheless. You thought you were buying security, a piece of the American dream, a place to call your own. But what you really signed up for was a 30-year leash. Let's be clear. I'm not saying owning a home is bad. It can be a wonderful, stabilizing force in life. What I'm talking about is the asterisk system, asterisk we've accepted as normal. The idea that chaining yourself to massive, decades-long debt is the only path to stability. Mortgages, in their current form, are often less about homes and more about control. Control through comfort. Think about the psychology of it. Once you have that massive monthly payment, your entire life starts to revolve around it. You can't just quit that soul-crushing job, can you? You have to make the mortgage payment. You cut and take a year off to travel the world or start that risky business venture you always dreamed of. The mortgage is always there, a silent partner in every decision you make, whispering, "Don't you dare." It's a debt disguised as a dream, and that makes it the perfect, most socially acceptable chain. We celebrate it. We have housewarming parties to toast our new, gilded cages. Your friends and family congratulate you on taking on hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt that will dictate the next 30 years of your life. It's an incredibly clever system when you step back and look at it. You're so busy enjoying the comfort of your asset that you don't realize you've become the asset. You are the cash flow machine for the bank. Let's look at the cold, hard numbers, because this isn't just a feeling. It's a mathematical reality. The average mortgage term in the United States and many other Western countries is 25 to 30 years. The average person starts their main working career around age 25 and hopes to retire around 65. That's a 40-year working life. A 30-year mortgage consumes 3/4 of your most productive, energetic, and opportunity-filled years. Half your entire working life is spent just paying for the roof over your head. But it gets worse. Let's talk about interest. This is the part they don't put in the glossy brochure. Imagine what you could do with that extra $369,000. You could have invested it, started a business, funded your children's education, or retired a decade earlier. Instead, it went straight into the bank's pocket, all for the privilege of getting the money up front. We've been conditioned to see this as the cost of doing business, but is it a cost we have to accept? This system creates a permanent state of financial anxiety for millions. You're always just a few missed paychecks away from disaster. A job loss, a medical emergency, an economic downturn, any of these can put your dream home at risk. The security you thought you were buying is incredibly fragile. It's an illusion of stability built on a foundation of debt. The bank owns your home until that very last payment is made. You're just a tenant with a very, very long lease and the added bonus of paying for all the repairs. So, what's the alternative? Do we all have to live in tents? Of course not. The solution isn't to reject home ownership, but to rethink our approach to it. The key is to break free from the now or never mindset that the real estate and banking industries thrive on. The solution is 3 simple steps. Buy slowly, own fully, live freely. What does buy slowly mean? It means playing the long game. Instead of rushing to get the biggest, best house you can qualify for, you change the goal. Your new goal is to buy a house you can afford to pay off as quickly as humanly possible, or even better, with cash. This might mean starting smaller than your ego wants. It might mean renting for a few more years while you aggressively save and invest. It might mean buying a fixer-upper you can improve over time, adding value without adding debt. It means separating your housing needs from your status desires. Think of it like this. Every dollar you save before you buy is a dollar I have to pay interest on for 30 years. Saving an extra $50,000 for a down payment doesn't just save you $50,000 on the loan. It could save you over $100,000 in future interest payments. Patience is your most powerful financial weapon. Next, own fully. Once you have a mortgage, your primary financial mission should be to destroy it. Don't just make the minimum payment for 30 years. Every extra dollar you can throw at the principal is a direct attack on the interest you pay and the time you spend in debt. Make bi-weekly payments. Round up your monthly payments. Use any bonuses, raises, or windfalls to make lump sum payments. Treat your mortgage like the emergency it is a fire that is slowly burning your future wealth. The moment you make that final payment and own your home outright, the game changes completely. Your biggest monthly expense disappears forever. That money is now yours to invest, to save, to spend, to live on. And that leads to the final, most important step. Live freely. This is the ultimate prize. When you are not beholden to a massive monthly payment, you have options. True freedom. You can choose to work less, or work on things you're passionate about. You can take risks. You can be generous. You can weather economic storms without the fear of losing your home. Your home transforms from a source of stress into a true source of security, a fortress of freedom that you own, not the bank. The moral of the story is simple, yet profound. They don't sell homes, they sell hope on credit. They have packaged the fundamental human need for shelter and belonging and turned it into their most profitable financial product. They have convinced generations that the only way to achieve the dream is to sign their 30-year contract. But you don't have to play their game by their rules. You can write your own rules. It requires discipline. It requires patience. It requires going against the grain and ignoring the pressure from society to keep up. But the reward is something far more valuable than granite countertops or a walk-in closet. The reward is financial sovereignty. The reward is a life lived on your own terms. So before you sign on that dotted line, before you toast to your new death pledge, ask yourself, am I buying a home, or am I buying a cage? Am I building a foundation for my future, or am I laying the groundwork for 30 years of servitude? Choose to buy slowly, so you can own fully, so you can live freely. That is the real dream. Thanks so much for watching. If this perspective resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that challenges the way we think about money and life. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences with mortgages in the comments below. See you in the next video.